Hi, everybody. Today is October 13th, Tuesday, and it will be our first feedback class. We have not had anything but on-demand classes for the first 2 weeks, and today will be the first class that we will do all together in Zoom. It will be very nice to see you all again. And what I have as a purpose today, as a goal today, in week 3, as you can see here, is to do feedback and speaking practice. So I want to talk to you about your past 2 assignments, okay? And I want to try, it depends on how much time we have left, to give you some speaking practice that we did before in the first semester, but you can always use more of. The more you do it, the better you get. And don't worry, we'll be starting from easy places. So let's keep looking here. There'll be 2 parts of the feedback, okay? The feedback will be about the writing assignment that you did in the first week and the walking videos that you did just last week. So let's start talking about first about what I generally saw in your writing. And I will talk only about the most important things because we're going to meet today, and there will be a video of that meeting too. But in this video, I wanted to talk about the most important things I want to talk about. Number 1. In your writing, a lot of you, you were making mistakes with how you were doing the typing itself. So I just want to show you, if I can, the template that you would download from your main Moodle. Okay, now here's your main Moodle right here. Okay, let me move it over. So let's say that you're in class 1, the writing assignment that we had before, and you go down to the writing assignment. Now, the writing assignment, all of these writing assignments for the typing also have a typing template, if you read that there. And what that is, it's an empty sheet without any writing on it, except for some small parts that you can use to help you with your writing right away. And you can download it right there, okay? Now, if you download this, and before you do your submissions, if you download this, you'll be able to get this document. Move that over too. You'll be able to get this document. Now, this is how I want you to handle this. It will come up like this in your Word, and all you have to do, where it says name, remember, you don't need that part anymore. So you would just write that in as Suzuki Taro. There's your name. Okay, whoops. Okay, I gotta turn this off here. Turn off the tracking and accept all changes. Okay, Suzuki Taro. Don't worry about what you just saw there. And the title, put in your title and take out this part that says title, okay? How was the summer? There, now you've got a title, okay? Now where it says type here, just type exactly what you wrote before. This is the writing that you did from the 30 minutes of handwriting on the topic. And you just keep going, put in, the right punctuation and stuff. Oh, also too, just talking about punctuation, if you have periods and commas, make sure that your period is right next to the word just before. And the same for commas, okay? This is a comma. The comma should be right next to the word before. This is another comma. Okay? Those are the ways that you put down the commas. Okay? And this is the end of the sentence. Then a period. Commas and periods go right next to the word before. Okay, just a little thing. Now, you have a word count previously from the 30 minutes that you did because you counted all your words. You can also get a word count if you use the word processor. For example, my word processor automatically tells you how many words are on the page, but you only want to count the actual body of the writing, not the title, nothing else. Count this, and it tells you it's there. You have 31 words. Okay, now 31 words isn't very much. I hope you wrote something like at least 131. If you want to get a C at least, you're going to need at least 131. If you write 250, 260, now you're getting into A's and S's. Try to write as much as you can. And put that word count right here, 31. Okay. Then you save this into your computer, or you can do it from your OneNote as well too. Or on the university's portal, whatever. Make sure that you have your own copy, then you send it to the Moodle. Okay, so that's the writing template. Now let's close that, and also we don't need this anymore. Okay, so download and follow the template. That template will help you. It also, if you don't follow the template, I'm going to tell you download and follow the template. Okay, there were other things too. So let's just come back here. Make sure that you use only 30 minutes to write. I know that it's really tempting to finish the sentence or finish the word, but remember, this 30 minutes to write is going to be very, very strict during the test. And I want you to be able to practice this. So when 30 minutes comes up, when your phone says 30 minutes are done, on the alarm, then you just put that you put that pen down. You got to use a black ballpoint pen. You put that pen down, and that's the way the test is going to be. That's the way you should practice. Okay, those are the two most important points. I think some people were still continuing with their writing, and that's something that you just don't want to do because it will not make you ready for the test. Now let's talk about your walking videos. Okay. Generally you guys did a pretty good job. Okay, obviously you have been doing this since the first semester. You're learning how to hold your video properly so that it's not directly in front of you. It's just a little bit off to the corner here so that then you can do your gestures. And generally your gestures are improving and you're starting to speak in better English. You still kind of sound like you memorized a speech. So let me encourage you again. Try to be natural. Sometimes some people are trying so hard with the speech that they practiced really hard. And I can tell when you practiced really hard, but it's just difficult to remember 2 or 3 minutes of English and then trying to say it while you're walking, which is why I made this assignment. So if this happens to you, and then he broke up with her. So there's that moment where you just don't remember what it was that you were supposed to say next, and you just freeze, you stop, and then you start memorizing. So that's what happens when you try to do this as a speech. Instead, try to do this as a story. You're telling me a story. We're taking a walk down by the park, and I am right next to you, right there, okay? And you're telling me a story that happened today, and you didn't memorize a speech. So if you don't know what to say next, maybe this is what you should say, okay? Because this is what you would say in Japanese. Here, let me do this in Japanese. そしてね、彼はね、あれだよ。別れた。So you don't have to be completely perfect all the way. This isn't a speech. English speaking isn't a speech. If you want to become a good English speaker, you have to know what to do when you don't know the next word. You don't know the next thing to say. And you do it very naturally in Japanese. You say, あれですよ。そしてね、そしたらね. Those are what we call filler words. You learn to use these filler words, and I got them right here. The first two most important ones. And Use them. So you end up saying something like this. And then he broke up with her. Sounds much more natural, and it will actually prepare you to take the next step to become a much more fluent speaker. Let yourself be natural, okay? Let yourself make those mistakes. And if you find a mistake happening, just do what you do in Japanese. Use a filler word. Okay, remember too, there's a rule now where, sorry, I know that this is a little bit far away. Okay, let me move my microphone. So you're doing your video here with your right hand. You have to pass that phone from your left hand to your right hand and start making gestures with the other hand. I know that's really hard. Yes, okay. Don't drop your phone. Yes, don't put your thumb over the camera. Don't put your thumb over the speaker. Don't do anything like that. It is really hard. So you have to practice, especially this. Some of you were not passing your phone from hand to hand because you weren't watching the instructions. But this is going to become an important part. This is the next level, okay? You have to keep walking, keep talking, okay? And you have to pass the phone from hand to hand. This will be in all of your walking videos. Practice it, and you're going to get better, just like everything else. It's all about practice. Okay, so the next classes until November 10th will all be on demand. And November 3rd, okay, there is no class for November 3rd. There is no class for November 3rd. There it is. 11/3 is a holiday. For the classes that we do have, 11.3, there's no Zoom, but when we do have those classes will be on demand, so Zoom will be optional. And in those optional Zooms, come and ask me any questions. Oh, and if you want to come and speak English, that's fine too. There's my email. Use my email. There's another video here about how to send me email. Please make sure that you send email properly, because it's good practice for you, because eventually all of you are going to become great English speakers. You're going to get jobs at English companies, or you're going to use English at your companies, and you have to be able to not just speak English, but know how to write English well. Okay, thank you very much. I will see you in class today. Bye-bye.